Alright. You've been hearing it this whole time. Yeah, I didn't even mute my mic this time. I just kind of let the music set the atmosphere. Because now it's finally time. You know, now that I think about it, I also saw that the audio's picking up this bad boy. Say hello, Mr. Fan. This dickhead who keeps bleeding into my audio. I cannot actually live without him. I would just die. Anyway! So, why is it so quiet? Is it always this quiet? Turned up just a smidge in, like, the music department. Yeah, there we go. Just a touch. But, so, let us begin on our final endeavor. We've beaten every boss. We've beaten every enemy. We've beaten all the upgraded bosses. We've even beaten the dark characters. And then to top it all off, we beat every single boss marathon. So, the only thing left is the monster marathon, where we shall fight every single enemy in the game in a continuous string until the end. This could go either very well or very, very badly. That was on easy because I decided to, off screen, more like just before this, wrap everyone's level up to 32 because it was upsetting me. And I finished upgrading the new flare we got, which is sword metal, and the shield metal. And really, the only reason I actually leveled up my party members is because to get the cash to do that, I had to do 2 fights. And that's it. So, there is one thing I want to show off before we truly begin. Not medals, Encyclopedia Bestiary. We probably don't have everyone. Actually, we don't have the base versions of the bosses or something? No, the boss is right there. What's supposed to go along here then? Oh, yeah, that's the Godcat forms. I was gonna say, so the whole thing I actually wanted to show off was the Godcat scans. Never mind. Well, what I was gonna, you know what? Actually, I can. I just saved. For a brief stint, let's check out my level 53 New Game Plus 3 file. You can see I have pretty much the same stuff equipped, if just in different places. You can see all this nonsense, and I'm actually conveniently right here. Look how expensive this stuff is! Oh, that's because I've done it 17,000 times. Anyway, what I wanted to show off was this. Bestiary. If you go to Godcat's page, it can drop something. And this is the, this is New Game Plus 3 stats, by the way. Yes, that is in fact 3,000 evasion. With, you know, just a casual 135 billion HP. Welcome to New Game Plus 3. I hope you enjoy your stay. Anyway, yes, they technically do have drops. And both of them, I believe, oh, that's right, I haven't done quite. And both of them, I believe, are swords. Yes, they are. So the Light Godcat has a 0% chance to drop this, but the Lance of Creation boosts the power of Holy Wind and Thunder skills, may cast Genesis with certain skills. Follow that bad boy up with the Blade of Destruction. Boosts the power of Dark, Earth, and Fire skills, may cast Supernova with certain skills. And now there's a very good reason. It says 0% chance to drop. That's because if you ever actually manage to kill these dudes earlier in the game where they were like, I gotta survive for like 3 turns, the game will just freeze. Because Matt never programmed in a death script for these enemies, so the final smack will just stay frozen. Like, the game doesn't crash. It just soft locks, because it can't execute like a death command, so it just hangs. He even went on to confirm why do they have drops despite the fact that people have been able to kill them. He said it was for flavor. Okay. Well, alright, let's go. There's also the, like, endless mode, but... No, thank you. So this could take anywhere between, 15 minutes and 2 hours. So this may be the shortest episode yet, or this may be standard for about an hour long. I don't really know until we start getting into it. So let's just put the pedal to the metal, start putting our foot to the mat, get on this grind. Because this is gonna take a little while. Oh yeah, we're gonna be here for a hot minute. At the very least, I wanted to save this one for the end for 2 reasons. This shows off the final sword of the game, because I didn't want to get this and just not use it. I wanted to show off its majesty. Plus, it gives us a very nice, road down memory lane. As we get to see every single enemy in the game as they try to beat our ass. Like that. The only reason I killed is because she was frozen and you take double damage when you bust out of freeze. So, alright. Oh boy, time to get back into this fun stuff. We're starting off strong. We went idols into monoliths. I think there might be a touch of a jump right there. Might just be me though, but something tells me you may have gone a little too hard with that one there, friend. There needs to be like a gradual build-up. However, I'm actually kind of glad they did it like this. This way they at least don't pile every ridiculously hard enemy in the last 5 minutes. So you can get, 35 waves in, and then, oh shit, there's a team of just 5 dragons. Which I think exists, because these things are bundled together. So, maybe. Who knows? Let's start to hope that we can siphon. Why is it giving me multiple... Am I having connection issues? It's giving me the chat notification multiple times. Is shit going fucky? Is shit doies be bad? Maybe. Let me check. Minimize that for like 2 seconds. You may still be hearing the audio. That's all fine. No! Things seem to be fine. Hope shit doesn't go bad again, because that was last episode how it broke into 2 parts. Hey. Oh well. Can I, again, sing the praises for this stupid sword being a consistent way of applying siphon? Oh, as an ultimate reward, usually these kind of things are useless. You've already beaten the game and you've beaten the hardest challenge. What's the point? There's New Game Plus, and there's the Monster Marathon and Endurance mode, so... Oh yeah. It's real nice. And because of this, I can actually, reliably... It's 30 base power because I haven't upgraded it. Never mind. Rip the dream. Anyway, yeah, if you actually put points into Screamer, you could Screamer and reliably actually... Power Metal, that's the one. Power Metal spam. Matt still got it, baby, even after all this time. Never been my strategy, because as you can see, my strategy is very effective at dealing with pretty much everything. So, maybe there's a reason for my actions. Who knows? It's an enigma to everyone. Alright, this is gonna hurt. Oh yeah, that it did. It did in fact hurt. I really appreciated that. One thing to note, the only thing I actually really changed is I got rid of Matt's flare that randomly blesses him for the thing that gives him 30% more attack, because he really needed it, to be fair. Slap. Alright. I think I'm gonna bust out the Praetorian next time, because as fun as this is, I need to start going through this a little bit faster than not at all, so let's get you out of here, Natalie, and start the pain train, the wrecking ball train. I don't know. I don't know why I started wreck when I wanted to follow that up with train. Wreck. It's not a thing. I can confirm. That is in fact not a thing. Those bushes, also not a thing. Let's go, baby. Oh yeah, high five me. Now we got more bush. They're dooting. I don't think I'm gonna let this dude shit fly. I see what you got fucking cooking under the goddamn hood. You're trying to doot, and then you're gonna doot all over my corpse here in like 2 seconds. I gotta. No, I thought they were morale. No, they're just brave. Yeah, fuck it then. Kablam! AoE skills are king now. We're already 10 minutes in, and we're only 4 waves in. This may actually is a full hour, because we've only dealt with 2 weak waves, a tanky wave, and like an intermediate wave, which is this one. It's like an okay wave. I could partially be biased because we got a paralysis for free when they first showed up. And their dudes are generally not that effective. But what can you do? Oh, death, that's what they can do. Oh, well, fantastic. And because they died to poison, the next wave gets a free turn. Great. It's my favorite. This is why I hate the wave system anytime enemies can attack when they first show up. This whole fight system was not designed around both Duke friends getting a turn and then the 3 cactuses getting a turn. There's a reason we died all in one instance. Partly was that because I wasn't exactly at properly full HP, but I mean, death still would have graced my visage whether or not I was at full HP, because did you see how hard these things hit, man? Someone was dying somewhere. Just happened to be like a baby amount worse than what it could have potentially been, and no one wants that. I mean, that royalty-free rock, baby. And even with his, 100% increased magic damage, that's just a hot garbage move. At least for now. Oh, we're getting our over limits, so it can't be too bad. Oh, that was a free action kill. Oh, hello, worm. You're like closer to your tail than you normally are. Typically, they're spaced apart so you can get a proper look at both of them, but instead they just smashed the 2 of them together. So, okay. Here. I'm getting SP like no one's business. Keep slapping this Praetorian just right into their face. I ain't taking no for an answer, baby. I need my offense. Oh, yeah. It's time for holy, baby. So there was one thing I wanted to bring up. It's something I had said before. I'm like, well, why isn't there a non-elemental resistance? I'm thinking about it more now, because I was just like, while I was fiddling around with the game, I'm like, you know what? Maybe there shouldn't be non-elemental resistance, because it usually aren't as strong attacks, so anything non-elemental or non-elemental swords, that's the whole inherent value of going non-elemental. They don't have a weakness, but the downside is they don't have a strength either, so they do average damage. Neat. Which is a neat concept, and you know what? It's fine. I can agree with it. Mainly because this sword's great and I don't want this sword to be any weaker. But that's besides the point. I require more murder, and so I shall deliver it with my free non-elemental attacks. Making Swift Slash with the what's it called? Equilibrium or some shit? I don't remember. But, oh yeah, the fact that nothing can resist it, it's a great time. I don't want to hear about that. That sounds like garbage. What's this sword called? It actually is called the Equilibrium. Okay. Anytime there's an enemy that just absorbs everything, typically they're very obnoxious. But, at the very least, this game is a very simple solution to such an enemy. It only exists in one place, and to be fair, it makes sense. The physical glitch was a very intimidating enemy, and I like it, actually. That was a neat enemy. Yeah, just counter that man with Legend. We definitely needed that level of violence. Well, good thing to know Matt is the slipperiest boy in the land right now. Good time all throughout. He's also just pissing through his mana. Okay, there's just one guy here. All right, great. Well, it works for me. I'm trying to think of... Typically, I've never been one to engage very much with elemental resistance, but I'm trying to think if there's an example of that I can think of in a game I know of. Ones I could think of is one of the Final Fantasies had. I think it was like 12 or 13, maybe? No. It was 11. I think it was with, not Zidane. That was 9. Don't remember. That I watched my brother play that when I was a little baby, man. But in that fight, there was like a unique encounter you could get with some dumb chocobo who resisted and absorbed like every single element and status ailment in the game. And the whole, like, thing with the fight is you had to survive until his buffs weared off or some shit. Any other one of those I can think of? I had one more, but I had forgotten. Now, I don't mean, like, invincible enemies, because those are pretty common. Like, enemies that just don't take damage from anything, like, period. And it's rather like a force loss fight or, like, a timeout fight. Those kind of things are pretty bog standard. But I'm talking about enemies who resist everything. But except for, like, a specific thing or gimmick or some sort. I don't know. It's been a hot minute since I've played a lot of games where I actually engaged with elemental weaknesses, so fuck it. What are you guys weak to? None of you are going to be weak to bomb, that's for fucking sure, yeah. You know what? Oh yeah, poison is definitely the way to go. All of them are weak to poison. Typically, I'm pretty basic when it comes to RPGs. That's always been my specialty. You can either, always a good way to go about it is what would you rather do? Have general strategies or specialized strategies? Do you want to focus on elemental resistance, type advantage, all that garbage, like speccing your gear for each individual enemy? Or do you want to make the most of the gear that you do have and make it more of like a nebulous, I'm kind of good at everything? I am definitely the latter, but I could see how someone could be the former. Valid, item guy, you are actually completely right. At least for a while you were. Pretty sure with the fairy type they removed Spiritomb and Sableye. Stupid bullshit, but, you know. Oh, Shedinja! No. That's another one of the close ones. Pokemans. It's actually fun you're bringing it up because I just thought about it more, and I haven't thought about another game I'm particularly crazy about, so yeah. I think after this episode, I think tomorrow's the day off. Yeah, it's Friday. So, day after tomorrow, we're going to have our first set of the new game we're going to be trying, because this is the last Epic Battle Fantasy stream we got. There's nothing more, at least for now. So, I was thinking, yeah, our next endeavor is probably going to be a Pokemon game where I let the audience each pick one Pokemon member, up to 6 or whatever in some sort, and then I just have to, deal with whatever they give me. I thought that'd be fun, and it's a little bit of chat interaction. Maybe I'll get to use Pokemon I've never used before. Maybe I'll get some garbage. I don't know. I'll have one person pick a starter and then, roll with it. I think that sounds like fun. It's probably going to be Pokemon Generation 1 to start off with, and then if it goes well, I'll keep going. You got to start with some of the earlier ones, because I don't have a good way of recording some of the later ones. There we go. Also, honestly, I don't know if that'd be interesting enough, though. Like, bog standard Pokemon playthroughs typically aren't the most interesting thing to me. I don't know. Maybe. Now I'm second guessing myself, because I'm like, there's no, unique shtick with that other than maybe I'll have a bit spicier of a team than standard. Maybe I'll have a team of, 5 Magikarps. And then, alright, I guess this is my life now, but I don't know. That'd be kind of interesting, but it's been done before. It's also, not possible if I was given, 6 Magikarps and then was not allowed to evolve them into Gyarados. That would genuinely not be possible because I'd have no way of dealing with... Wait, no. I'd be playing Leaf Green. That was built off the Generation 3 engine. And they changed Struggle. Okay, maybe, but that'd be a definite bitch. I remember actually kind of enjoy some of those more challengey Pokemon videos, which is partially why I wanted to do something a bit more interesting. There was a dude who beat the game with 1 Ditto. I believe it was just OG Gen 1. Maybe? Yeah, Generation 1. Dude beat it with just a starter Ditto. He hacked, used cheats or whatever to set his starter to Ditto. That is the only Pokemon he could use for the entire game. On top of not being able to heal in combat, because that's dirty. That's cheap. You're a dirty cheater. I don't know. Did he heal in combat? I don't think so. Or else he could have just cheesed a lot of fights. Probably not. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I don't remember. Well, my memory's failing me a touch on that one, so I'm just gonna go and say, maybe. Take that one with a grain of salt whether that happened or not. It was kind of a neat concept, really, either way. So, slap him again. That dude on the bottom is siphoned, or doomed, or fuck it, whatever. What are you weak to? Weak to poison, of course. I don't know, maybe I could play like a fan-made mod or something like that. Those are usually pretty hit or miss at the ones too. Or they're balanced horribly. I don't know. Maybe I'll think of something neat, maybe I won't. Probably won't, but maybe I could just... I was thinking of maybe doing like a Nuzlocke or something, but then that whole idea of chat integration doesn't work. And my history with Nuzlocke hasn't always been fantastic. So I don't know. Just brainstorming, food for thought. Maybe I'll come up with something else by the day after tomorrow. Who knows? In fact, if I don't come up with anything particularly special, I may have just played one more dosage of Terraria for the afternoon. And then save it for another day. Who knows? I'm trying to think of all the games I've personally thought of, because right now I don't have a whole lot else on the chopping block. I know I've thought of a lot of generic stuff, like, oh man, I could play like Earthbound or something. Well, I don't think I'm quite up to snuff for that. I could, definitely, but, well, there's someone else doing a Let's Play of that right now who's definitely doing it a lot better. Shout out to Chuck Conroy. He's currently doing a playthrough of that game, and let's just say he's doing it better than me, so let him have his cake and then eat it too, because I'm definitely not better than that man. What else could I play? I wanted to play... What fucking game did I play? I guess the next one would actually be Persona 2, because I played Persona 1. That shit's not kosher. Of course, I'm just gonna play Persona 3, because... Oh, Persona 2 sometimes. Same problems I had with Persona... Can I stop being slime, please? Ah! Physical atrocities is what you're committing right now. What do I got over here? She didn't heal her mana from that. Fuck. Shit. Do I not have a bigger heal? No. Well, actually, I just thought about it. That's 1,000 mana. That's more than a full heal. That works. What else have I got over here? I have a Disgaea. I can play like... Oh, shit. I can play like the Disgaea games. Those are fun. I don't have a unique thing for those. I don't know. I know they released a, Yes, in fact, you are definitely correct. There's a, very good... Actually, I played Persona 3 weird on my first playthrough. I always typically played through those games trying to level up everyone and then picking and choosing the situation to tag someone in. And it worked for me very, very well until I realized, oh shit, due to, spoiler, Junpei, like later on, in not even a spoiler, just Junpei becomes a fucking monster late game. And then you just throw Yukari and Ken in there and you're just like, oh shit, I'm full HP all the time. And then you're just like, oh yeah! And then I never die! Ken value. Yukari is also value. And then Junpei for physical. And then I just had Odin and shat lightning down everyone's throat for an hour. Man, I'm really good at breaking those games. Then again, I've played a lot of them, so that's typically just me. I haven't played a lot more of the actual dedicated Shin Megami Tensei games. I started Nocturne a bit, but that one's a slow burn and a half because that game's really fucking hard sometimes. For a first time playing one of those, oh yeah, I can see it being difficult. Specifically for me, oh boy. But, that's a conversation for another time. Oh boy, what else have I got? I got New Vegas. That one would be fun, but again, I don't have anything unique for that. I wanted to do Thousand Year Door, but I don't actually have a way of recording that. Because the only way I have of recording GameCube games doesn't let me use a controller. So the control stick spinning that game requires is not gonna be very much fun, despite the fact that that is my second favorite game of all time, which upsets me because I want to play that real badly. I love Thousand Year Door. Oh boy! I haven't looked at a walkthrough of that game in more than like 5+ years, and I still, even to this day, know where not everything, but a lot of the shit in that game is. Oh, another shout out to another YouTuber. Shout out to the dudes, I think they're Cappy and Fat Guy. They make dedicated, two channels. They make dedicated Paper Mario Thousand Year the door. No, so fuck. They make dedicated 1,000-year door content, so if anyone's interested in that, I'd give them a shout out because they typically do challenges or mods or something of some sort. Like they currently do like randomizer for 1,000-year door. They're doing Cappy's a lot more about challenges, and Fat Guy's a lot more about just like being an entertainer. I don't know. Guess I can't really sell them much more than, do you like 1,000-year door? If yes, you may like them. I find them neat. So, that's my 2 cents. Continue to talk about other games, because I'm feeling particularly impassioned right now, plus I have to think about what I'm going to do with my life here in 2 days. I still think Pokemon's currently the front runner. I don't have any much more ideas. I wish there was a 1,000-year door pro mode. There is the randomizer, which can make the game pretty hard, but I don't know. That's more of just like random chance and making the game go kind of wacky rather than like a dedicated, oh god, why is the game trying to tear my face off in real life level of difficulty. That sounds like fun to me, but that's just because I'm weird. I don't actually have a whole lot of games over on that. How are you not dead? Oh, that's right. Oops. I guess I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to that one. My bad. I don't know if I can play that. I don't have very good capture of PS2 games. I could play like... Oh well. I have no idea off the top of my head. Oh, look at that damage. You see them meaty slaps? Oh yeah. That's value. Oh, you're resistant to bomb? Oh, whatever, doesn't matter. Heal. Hey, actually, don't heal him. Wait, no. Yeah, don't heal him up. He's fine. You slap him with that. I was gonna say, you're probably gonna live. Yeah, that's what I assumed. And now, because I knew that was gonna happen, at least I hope, I'm gonna cure his curse, so that way maybe his defense will stop being at, you know, negative 45%. That causes some problems. So let's try to have this stop happening. Play like one of my good old Steam games. What games do I even have on Steam that I could play? I tried Dead by Daylight, my computer melted. I played Smite back in the day, my computer partially melted. That one was almost acceptable. I just need to figure out what the fuck's going on with that. I don't know. What else do I have that I actually like on Steam that I could play? We did Slay the Spire back in the day, but that game gets really old after like 2 or 3 days of straight playing the game, like each day. I'm never one for playing consistent games like that. Typically, it has to be a game I'm making progress in, so more actual single-player experiences. Where Slay the Spire was a lot of fun, once I beat the game, I felt no reason to come back to it. I got to Ascension 20, and I'm just like, I did it. I unlocked all the characters, got all the shit, and I'm just like, alright, that's the game. We're moving on now. I occasionally go back to play it, though, because they had more content. Hey, updates. But that game's fun. I also tried streaming Binding of Isaac back in the day. I kind of missed my window of opportunity for that game. It also went okay, but I'm also I'm not the best at that game, despite the fact that I've beaten it. But I don't know, I have a tendency to die a lot, and I don't enjoy playing that game for long stints because okay, here's a fun fact about me, just to like take it a little bit off our initial thought process. I'm not the kind of person who typically gets very mad at games. Like, I may ham it up on screen, and I get upset. Not like angry, like livid. Typically, I get upset, and then it bleeds into, once I get upset, I get bored. And when I'm bored with a game, that is a death sentence for a game. Like, once I get bored, I'm like, fuck it, I'm done. I'm just not gonna keep playing the game. Interest just peters off to a hardline zero. I remember I had one of the dudes I was watching got me to play, I Want to Be the Guy. And I actually got pretty far into that game. I was having a lot of fun with it. I beat the first 3 bosses, got bored, and have not picked it up since. I don't think those VODs are still around, but I didn't have the worst time with it, because I didn't get mad. I'm not a mad person. I usually can handle those kind of games. It takes me a little while, but I can do them. Handle them with the best. but definitely not my specialty because I just got bored. I actually didn't even, it's not like I was stuck on an area. I got to a new area and just said, nah, I think I'm good. Got like more than half of the game, so I got past 3 bosses. I think I was in the Kirby area, so that was just before halfway, actually. It was right before Kraidgeef. I mean, the very entrance of the Kirby area, I should say. I got there, and I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, that's enough for me. Alright, what else? I guess I could open up Steam. I have it up in the window directly beneath this one, so. Also, yeah, I'm looking at this, and this is probably going to be like a 40, 50-minute long video, because we're actually at the halfway point, and we've been going for 30 minutes now. So, I'm surprised I'm actually, I was going to say, no. I was going to say, hey man, I'm surprised Lance has been, out and about for so long. Lance specializes in hallway fights, so this is where he shines. He's not a boss killer, because he doesn't have a buff. If we don't need buffs, I mean, there we go, problem solved. So why am I attacking that bottom one? It's already dead to rights. What are other games I enjoy? Games that I've played thus far. Persona 1 we talked about. Mother 1, I'd follow that up with Earthbound. I already played, like, all of the Lisa games. Those were amazing. I love the Lisa games. But none of them are, able to be played again, because I beat them. There's still Lisa the Pointless, but that game's not technically done yet. And I wanted to wait for that game to be done, because it's technically in, like, a very, very finished state, but, oh man. After Lisa the Hopeful, I could not do it. I need to finish the story, man. I would be dead. I'd be chewed up and spit out by the night's end if I tried to play that game and it ended anywhere. It's like a, hey, we'll finish this later kind of moment. I wouldn't live to see the rest of the night. My streaming career would end there because I'd just drop onto the floor crying for 6 hours. And then I would die due to dehydration, so probably not gonna happen. Oh, running into mana issues again. Oh boy. Keep stabbing this man with stuff. Tired, yes. Thank you for inflicting tired twice, so it looks like tired. It was a very brief time, you may not have seen it. Who really knows? There are a couple games I'm pretty excited for. One game that I've not heard anyone really talk about a whole lot that I'm really excited to actually play is the game Knuckles Sandwich. I saw that game, I watched Vinny play it, I'm like, yo, this game's fucked up, but I love it. It's like Earthbound with a little bit more of a twisted sense of humor. It's like a mix between Earthbound and Lisa, which is weird because Lisa was inspired by Earthbound. That was hilarious. That game was, even just the trailer. Beautiful. I'd recommend looking it up if you haven't heard about it. It's Knuckles Sandwich. It's a game. Seems kind of neat. No idea what's happening with it, but I suppose I'll start seeing it posted somewhere on the internet when it comes out, so. I think it had like a Patreon or a Kickstarter and got like funded or something, so it's floating around there in the aether. Also, stop stealing my mana, thanks. This is actually becoming a bigger problem than I would have assumed. Having enemies very, very consistently steal my mana. Very annoying. Oh boy. This is not exactly fun, what we're having right now. Praetorian slap. There you go. I'm pretty glad we actually got to see the upgraded Praetorian summoned at least once. And it was summoned during the Dark character fight marathon single-thangle. Oh, that's death. And that's more death. Please heal him. Shit. Fuck. This is why I hate this wave system right there. They get first turn, they kill me twice, they get a paralyze off, they get another set of turns, and if I hadn't missed right there, we would have wasted 35 minutes of our time. Not exactly fun gameplay. Maybe don't let that happen. Because if I had died there, I would have just been like, well, fuck, what could I have done to stop that? There's shock resistance, I hear the fucking Neanderthals drooling at the mouth in chat saying. Answer, fuck you. Maybe it's not nice to talk about my audience like that. But you know what? Eh. Again, also rude to pass off any legitimate criticisms about my gameplay with a eh. I'm a dickhead. Alright, let's get to slapping some dudes. Clearly we need to, like, kick this into high gear. We need murder, and we need it now. Okay, not my murder. Now. Luckily we got more than enough auto-revive to keep Natalie alive. Let's just hope it doesn't just randomly paralyze me again. That's real fun when that happens. Sure glad my whole Praetorian just got wasted in an instant. It's real fun. Let's hope this dude actually dies now. He's not gonna. Rip the dream. Oh well. Okay, I guess he is. Never mind. Wipe my hand to that bear. Problem solved. I, however, am still getting gunned down. It's not very fun right now, let me tell you that. And mana issues. Oh, yeah. If only there was a piece of gear that regenerated mana. That'd be real fun right about now. Bust out the big boy again. Only got 16 more waves. We'll clean it up here in like 2 seconds. You know, to wrap it back around to the topic I was running my mouth for too long about just as a final point, I think the main thing I really want to bring up is if I play a game, I need it to be a game I can talk over. Because sometimes there are games where I'm just like, yeah, it exists, and then I don't have a whole lot neat to say about it. I got a lot to say about this game, because I was impassioned about it. And I've played, and it's, you know, also 4 games, technically, that I'm able to commentate over. Because 1 and 2 were slapped together in 1 episode, so I had a lot of, like, bring up and, like, repeat points that I could keep talking about in that game, too. So we had a lot of merit to that one, but... And then, you know, 3 was probably the hardest to talk about, because I could just I can bitch infinitely about this game. Ho ho ho! But that, all that fun stuff aside, we need to kill some bears. So yeah, I need to find a game I can talk about. I can play like any game, but I need something interesting to say about it. You know, if I could play... I forgot about Skies of Arcadia. That would be a very, very fun game to play. I know there's a definite niche for that one. That one's a cult classic and a half. But... Ooh... I don't know if I could talk about that. Probably. I don't think I'd need anything unique for that one. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, yeah. I love Skies of Arcadia. I just need a way of fixing my capture for it, because my GameCube capture is kind of fucky right now, which is why I didn't do it before. I may need to fiddle with that one, because it's got some problems. Mainly because I don't have a good way of actually capturing the console. I only have emulation. I know, scary, right? Well, let's hope I don't have to do that. Try to actually fix my shit and have a way of actually recording the game, huh? I'll do what I gotta do, but might as well do it through legitimate means first. Emulation's a dirty word here on the internet. Better watch what you're saying, or else you're likely to get slapped by the internet people who get pissed at me for doing that. Oops. Well, at least I'm not advocating for it. I'm just saying my options. Don't emulate, kids. It's illegal. But, oh hey, it's the Rain Bloom, so we're bringing out everybody. Okay. They meant every enemy, despite the fact this was in the boss rush as well. You full of shit! Get the slapping. Alright, we're almost done. Just a little bit more and we'll be golden, baby. Oh boy. I could play one of the Mario and Luigi games. That would also work. I always wanted to do, if I did Superstar Saga, I always wanted it to be one person controls Mario and one person controls Luigi, but that shit is genuinely impossible without another person physically nearby me, and Well, the only person I know who could do that is a big nerd, and I don't know if he'd not be capable of showing up every day for however long a playthrough like that would take. That would probably have to be recorded in bulk, and that would probably be a direct upload to YouTube if I ever did that one. Because I can't exactly stream for like however many hours, and then but yeah. How are we having so many problems with a bunch of fucking flowers? Stop killing me! Stop it! Right now! You're all a bunch of shitheads. Get out of here. Jeez. Alright, time to go get murdered by the next wave because... wave system. At least they made it so when a new enemy's called as reinforcements, it doesn't get to attack in that turn, but it didn't solve the core problem of enemies getting extra turns when they first show up. The wave system has just exacerbated the issue, if anything. It just means that at least we're not going to have issues of, oh, the final boss summoned a cosmic monolith and it kicked your ass in one instance. Oops! That's not fun. The minions that the final boss of this game can summon is like cake compared to that. It was, how often does Akron actually summon cosmic monoliths? If the answer is like more than once or ever at a bad time, game over. We're just exit the fight. Because I only won that fight because I got lucky of when he summoned the thing was at an opportune moment. So, So that's all fun and dandy. I need to check out my Steam games after this. You know what? I'll grab it, pull it over here. Oh, there's my desktop. Oh shit, you seeing the shit? Wait, no, that doesn't work actually, now that I think about it. Wait, no, I'll bring that back actually, never mind. Oh shit. I was gonna be like, oh, I'll just have it on my left monitor and like scroll through it on the side. That doesn't work because this game's full screen and my mouse can't leave the monitor. I have to minimize the game to do anything in another monitor, which sucks a lot because this game can't fit my window if I minimize or if I put it into like borderless or window or whatever. It doesn't fit right. Technically, I'm not even full screen right now. I am actually in borderless because there's a, you can't see it, but right up here there's a minimize button. So that means I'm not even full screen. It just doesn't let me. Maybe don't have that happen then. It's a really fun time. Slap them. You know what? I think I may actually just do Skies of Arcadia. That game's really... That is one of those games that's like, man, I sure wish there was a sequel, and there was one planned way back in the day. And then it got canceled. Or whatever. I think it just floated off into the void. Disappearing into the mists. And was never talked about again. And I cry every night because I loved that game as a kid. Oh, if you want to know a game I can break, oh boy. That's a rough one. You get me late game in that game, oh boy, my main man Vice over there is 2-hitting the final boss. Game over. Sit down, son. That is not even a joke. I did, in fact, do that. In-game, no cheats, 2-hit final boss, hit for 999 damage twice. Slapped. Don't let me have that much power. I will break your game inside and out if you give me too much power. And I did. Oh, and I had a great time with it. I love games that it gives you that much creative freedom, but I do not think they thought through one important thing in that game. They had some neat systems, but one system accidentally got tweaked to too good, and it shot the limits of possibility straight. Oh shit, my chair just popped a bit. Let's hope that didn't fucking break. I kind of went way too far back to overemphasize my point. I heard it pop, and I'm like, oh fuck. Watch as a man falls to his death, and because he's fat, it takes him 7 minutes to get up off the ground. That would probably make me more popular, actually. Just, hey man, look at the fat fuck on the floor. You wouldn't actually see it because the camera's not exactly falling me down to the ground, but a man can dream. Oh well. 11 more fights. Oh boy, this is a very long one thus far. This is taking a hot couple minutes. See what I said when I said I couldn't squeeze this into another video? 45 minutes in and we're not done. Oh, if I lose this, I am going to be livid because it most assuredly won't be my fault. There's no way I'm gonna let this happen. Some cheesy boy is gonna show up and start slapping me around in one instant. It's gonna be a rough one, that's for sure. Alright, time to keep slapping. And I know these fights are gonna get really bad by the end of this. Some of these fights, it's pretty bad. Still got water. Got like a burn in the back of my throat. I've been talking for a while. It's been a long day. I thought that was more empty than it was. Well, now my stomach's a little bit more wet. Just fucking capitalize on it. Just dump more on me. There we go. And now it's a little bit more empty than it was before. It was only a trickle of water, but I mean, when you down the whole thing and hold it vertical, you'd assume all the water would be removed from the inside. Apparently not. Well, that was a fun altercation I just went through. It's just valid and a half. Fat. This is a temper to fix yourself up. You know what? This is hope for a free action. Time of this fight. Throw on a barrier and have Lance heal himself and hope I get a free action at the start of this next turn. So that way I can actually, like, attack the next wave without being murdered. And that's a sneeze. Oh, hey, there's a big old fucking rune claw. Oh, yeah, this is a, this was the right play to make. There we go. Now, how do I want to handle them, though? Oh, well, electric, obviously. Pretty simple. Don't think I, oh, wait a minute. You're resistant to that. Oh, okay. Well, I hope you appreciate getting slapped with non-elemental, baby, because you can't resist that shit. You fuck. Bam! I didn't even time that right. Okay, that kind of reduced the impact. There's a free action. So there we go. Now I just get a free low pass into this fight. Valid. And value. So he's stunned. Okay. I guess. Yeah, you know what? You can heal up Matt, now that I think about it. And we can run out of mana. You know what? Actually, yeah, you just throw chocolate at the team for a bit, Lance. This is what your whole main purpose is going to be for the next, like, 2 seconds. Slap him. Oh, wow, he's real dead. I wanted him dead because we have a stunned dude. Oh, never mind. There's another free action. Start this fight for free. Oh, yeah. This is why I equipped the Death Scythe. Do you see why? It gives her good physical attack in case she gets berserked, which is a nice benefit. It gives her a lot of magic attacks, so her heals can pretty much always full heal and still do some kind of damage. Plus, it buffs her evasion a little bit, giving her a tiny bit more defensive stats. And for the fact that I've given her pretty much every single evasion buffing item in the game, a little bit of evasion goes a lot of it away. Oh, yeah. Slapped. I really hope that would have siphoned. That works too, I guess. Wondering what else I could do. Want to do more fun games. I got to do games I enjoy. I'm really enjoying Terraria. You know what? I did not think I'd have much fun as that game as I did, and I'm probably gonna come back to Terraria throughout these days and ages because I'm not done with that game with just Terraria or with just the Calamity mod. I'm probably gonna try out other full force mods. Probably not going to be very consistently because the only other one I know of that's actually even kind of good, or that I've even heard about, is Thorium, and it seems okay. But it doesn't seem as big scale as Calamity, just because Calamity adds so much shit. just a avalanche of garbage for you to do. It's great. I love it. It's more than like double the length of the game, and I love it. So that's all very nice. I do think I would do New Vegas. Actually, you know what? I actually don't think I have. I think I actually have that on Steam, at least through Game Share, maybe. New Vegas would be fun. I typically play melee in those games, which is something you don't see as often. I just go punch the shit out of people or hit them with a big old stick. I'm not very original. I'm always a melee in these kind of games. Maybe it's because I've always been bad at aiming. Maybe. Maybe it's why I don't like shooters. That would explain a lot if you think about it, but sometimes I like shooters. I guess I'm just kind of picky. Alright, keep slapping this man around and just kill him, whatever. You know, another genre I'm weirdly impassioned about is racing games. Mainly karting games, because those ones I greatly enjoy. Mainly Mario Kart. I'll kick pretty much anyone's ass. Give me a little bit of time, oh boy. Doesn't matter what Mario Kart. I'll start whooping. Maybe if it's one I've never played before, it's got one of the weirder controls. Like, I know 64 is pretty funky. I went back to play that semi-recently. Well, that one's kind of funky. I put hundreds of hours in Mario Kart 7. Going back to other ones that are weird to me is just like, what the fuck? It's also why I don't like 8 as much as I probably should. I really don't like 200cc. I don't find it that fun. Alright, you know, we can tell we're getting into some of the bigger fights when these fuckboys start showing up. Crack her out of her stupid ice. Revive the Delance, and then hope that we do not die, because these dudes, if they do that, like, multi-stab and then slam attack, is just death. Death that you must embrace, for you shall never escape. Other than maybe Natalie, because she has a fucking infinite evasion. Never mind. I guess that's not how this works. Not everything's a fairy tale ending. Why didn't you kill Matt? He has auto-revive. Oh, damn it. You killed the other two dudes who don't have auto-revive, and this is what you get? This is the thanks I get? Ah. Wow. Jeez. You know, they're supposed to be weak to bomb. I'm not seeing them being that weak to bomb. I'm also not seeing Matt living. Oh, shit. See what I mean when I say we're having a hard time? Because, oh, shit. We're having a real hard time here in like a second. You know what? If any time was over limit time, we only got 4 more waves. Might as well. Time to slap out probably the final usage of Kyun in a hot minute. I am very, very excited for 5. It's nice to come into this series with a blind perspective for the first time, because finally, all of these games I've played up to this point are games I know very well. Except 3. But with 5, it'll be a brand new experience. I know nothing, despite the fact that the beta is out. I have not touched it. I'm going in almost completely blind, and anything I do know is the absolute bare minimum kind of shit they put in a trailer. I haven't watched the trailer either, by the way. Hey, I am really keeping on board this whole don't show me shit for dick. Only thing I know is No Legs is your new party member, and some new enemy designs. But that's about it. Oh wow, that's really redundant. Yeah, thanks. You're a little bit late to that fucking party there, Anna. You little shit. Oh wow, that's not what we like to see. I hate it when they send in Thunder Elementals in a second part of the wave, because Thunder Elementals start the fight charge, and they just blast your anus straight out the gate, and I hate it. Luckily, it's a small one, so it does less damage, but... well, there's that Berserk thing I was talking about for Natalie. At least there's a, you know, purpose for that. It didn't work, so maybe it wasn't as good of a purpose as I had assumed. Shit. Ah, well, whatever. Oh, it's about to get a little bit scarier for the squad, so time to bust out this bad boy and give us some mana. And then if we can live, maybe we'll get a pizza. Who knows? Maybe. Who are you gonna hit? Oh yeah, it's pizza time. Oh, it's very much so pizza time. Yay! That's why we let her be berserked. Value. Who here needs to die? Not Matt, because he needs to get out of the party for a bit, actually, because he's super tired. Wind, water, earth, ice. He does none of those. How about thunder? You're fine with thunder. Okay. Works for me! Man. Look at that damage. Oh, yeah. That's pretty nice. Uh-huh. Huh, okay. Just bust out some non-elemental goodness. Start slapping. Really, we're just kind of apprehensive about what's coming up because we're right at the finish line here, and we don't want to die now. If you'll notice, we haven't seen any dragons. I'm trying to think of anything else off the top of my head. We've seen the bears. We've seen the idols. Have we seen the floating ring guys? Yes, we have. We've seen both of the mages. We haven't seen dragons. I know the final fight, I think, is a unique gimmick, so that's not actually a new enemy type. But what could it be? I guess we're about to find out. Oh, okay, never mind. We're waiting one more turn. Free action? Yes! What is this? I forgot about the crystals! That's what it was. To be fair, I usually assume these are like boss supportive enemies, but we've actually seen that all those bad boys are showing up too, so you know what? I guess it checks out. He needs one more turn, alright. Okay, now it's time to start getting a little bit more rough, because this is gonna start hurting here in a sec. There's a reason these dudes are showing up late into this good old fiasco we got going on. He's doomed, that's pretty good. You know what? Now that I think about it, I'm thinking Airstrike may do more damage for Lance because I've given him a shit ton of magic attack, but I don't know. Maybe. But tank guns, though, you know? Tank guns! Oh, yeah. That's just cooler. And why would I not turn down the cooler option? I mean, come on now. Be real with me here. Who does not think that just shooting them with a gun's cooler than a stupid, dumb missile? Maybe. You know what? Maybe I'm the weird one. Missiles are pretty cool. When you say it out loud, you start realizing, oh, maybe. You start getting doubt in your mind. Don't let doubt plague your mind. You gotta feel it. Listen to your heart and tell you which one do you think's cool. And for me, it's a tank unloading fully into a crowd of enemies. That's cooler. You know what? This is a good chance to buff because these two boyos are going to be dead here in like 2 seconds. So this is a good chance to start buffing. Throw out a protecting barrier next turn, and we're going to be golden. Unless, you know, Matt dies. Or Matt kills them! This is why I hate Doom for some reason. They're going to get another attack. The fucking full dragon squad is getting a free action when I was already weakened from... They've got 7 enemies worth of attacks. Fuck you. You see why I don't like the wave system? Right here, right now, this is why. I find this fucking infuriating. Very fun mechanic. Trust me, it's real fun. Aren't we having a good time? Okay, now just don't kill us, you fucking dragon. Sure glad they got a turn to buff. Now they're morale. Great. Don't kill Anna. Don't buff your defense. Oh boy, they just got 2 turns to fucking buff. Shit. Well, here's hoping for the best that I can dispel them, because them having extra physical attack is death incarnate. He's low on HP, so... Who needs to die here? Just fucking Ragnarok. Wait a minute, how close are these guys? They're immune to death, okay. Bust out a Ragnarok, hope for the best. Start slapping. I knew that'd do a fuck ton. I believed. Burn. Murder. More murder. Okay. They just really addicted to this whole buffing thing. Really annoying. There we go. Much better. Now we can start. You know what? Actually, bust out a Praetorian. Get that AoE damage instead of using Temper. Why not? I'm definitely going to get more than enough to replenish my SP after 5 different dragons. You think I'm not getting enough SP for this fight? Get out of my house. Get out of my face, bitch. Also, yeah, we've been here for an hour. So yeah, we're properly, like, into it, you know? Oh, boy. That's a darn shame. Oh, rip his Praetorian buff. What can you do sometimes? You know what? Dark. I think only one of them's gonna... fuck it. I think almost all of them actually resist bomb. Yeah, that was a bad idea. I kind of just went ham with it. I'm like, hey, you know what? This will probably do good damage to all of them. No, they all resist bomb, and they're all fucking defensively buffed. I don't know why I missed that. Fuck. Damn it. Oh, that's not very nice. Oh, that's also not very nice. Can you stop hitting Matt, please? All right. I'll go. Oh, that's actually pretty good. I've been wondering why that hasn't been happening. Typically, that happens more often, if anything. Typically, he counters all the damn time. So let's actually gun this guy down now that we're like right here. Oh shit, my accuracy's fallen enough to where I'm starting to miss. Oh, I'm minus 40% accuracy. Alrighty, Ronus. Right now, we're dealing with a bunch of fucking dragons. They're all dickheads, and I hate them. Yeah, just use Earth. It's fine. Whatever. Works for me. It'll take out the stupid water dragon. Boom! That's one dragon down, baby. That's what we want to see. That's what we need to see. Dragon down. I mean, that's very annoying that he can buff himself, but compared to what the, like, downsides of, you know, not killing all the stupid dragons are, fine. Heal yourself all you want, Mr. Gold Dragon. You can get out of my house with a shit. That's for fucking sure. Can I accuracy stop being at, like, 0? Just kill Matt, please. Oh, he has fucking auto-revive. That's usually how I cure Matt, is have him die, and that fixes all of his stats, but... because of what's going on, Matt is actually just kind of useless right now. I need to get him out of here. I'm gonna say use lock on, but oh, that's definitely not worth it. Oh, fuck no. Hey! Alright, you little shits. I think water is now kosher. Yep, we have officially breached the point where water is now fine because we killed Water Boy. But, unfortunately, that actually has the problem of we don't have a water attack for Lance. How's electric looking? It's not exactly appealing. Fire is definitely also not appealing. Guns are useless. Oh, God, Lance has nothing. Here, you know what? Actually, this works. Boom. Bap, bap, bap. I mean, it's not great damage, but it's something. It's at least a start. It's getting us towards killing the stupid Earth Dragon. Oh, wow, I did not think regeneration would have been effective. That fucking holy dragon. Holy shit. And there goes all of our accuracy, and there goes Anna's life. Oh, boy. This is just getting more and more obnoxious, considering the fact that my fucking accuracy is always at minus 50%, which means have fun hitting the broadside of a fucking house. And I don't mean like a normal house. I'm talking like a 2-story, big backyard. You ain't hitting shit in that entire property. Much bigger than a barn. And man, if I really wanted to get that point across without the extra phrasing, I said you couldn't hit the broadside of a mansion, but you know what? Fuck mansions. Mansions are shit. Who needs that much space? You don't need that much space. If you're being a glutton, you're going too hard. Oh, this is still just a real rough fight. I kind of just want Natalie to get her over limit, but she just never gets hit. At least consistently enough. See, like, everything misses. Which, Normally, that'd be really good. I've got Natalie's evasion so high, most things can't hit her very consistently. But I would really like her over limits, so we're at this weird, like, I want her to get hit, but I also want her to not get hit state, and that's not very much fun. You know what? We know we don't actually have enough SP. Get out of here for actually a couple more turns, because you're still, like, at 0 accuracy. Woo. I guess we're just going to slowly chip him down for now. There's not a whole lot I can do. At least we got it. Oh, we got a stun off. Thank you. Dark Dragon Boy is now out of count. For now. Oh, I had like a frog in my throat right there. That one could have gone better. It was like right in the middle of talking. It was like, ooh. That one wasn't fantastic. Well, Lance is about to get his over limit again. The one problem with that is his over limit is pretty much actually completely useless for this fight. His over limits do no damage to these dragons. Maybe if I kill the fire one, then that'd be a different story, but this is still gonna take forever. Also, I didn't even think about it, but we actually got left with the dragons that, you know, were fucking from the Pyro Hydra. We got those dragons left over after all. We got the Dark, we got Abyss, Blaze, and SARS back from the dead and here to haunt me at the end of my adventure for this game too. Dude, the Pyro Hydra was harder than even the final boss of 3. Pyro Hydra did not fuck around. Jeez. SARS, Blaze, and Abyss. Oh boy, they whooped me like no one's business. I had like a full hour plus long fight for that one boss. It was a rough time all around. Oh boy, oh yeah. Here's our chance. Finally, I could start mounting a counteroffensive with Matt. Bust out the Praetorian and start slapping, baby. Because now we can start gaining our advantage back because Matt's no longer completely gimped. All right. Throw up a barrier for whatever this next final wave's gonna be because I don't trust shit right now. Who knows what this last one could be? I barely remember. I think I do remember, but you know, I'm still just gonna be more safe than sorry, I suppose. What are you weak to? Of course you're weak to Dark. Well, that's not happening, so just take a bamboo trap and like it. 'Cause you're not getting Dark. Yep. Hello. That's a big fucking cat. It's got, what the fuck is its evasion? Oh, it has a really fucking high evasion. Oh no. Well, I said it was unique, and that it is. It's definitely unique. Oh, that just did 143,000 damage. Yeah. And it's still dodging like all my attacks. Yeah. I'd say that's unique. That's a big fucking cat. It's also swole as all fuck. Oh boy, this thing is a big beefy mofo. That's for fucking sure. Yeah, fuck him up. Never used this move. Woo! It didn't work. It actually did okay damage now that I think about it. That one like almost went well for us. Not quite, but you know, almost. It knocked off his stupid shield, so it's pretty alright. Well, now Natalie has maxed out evasion, so we can already just say that she's just never gonna die. God, even with minus 45% accuracy. Okay, never mind. Wow, I just shoved my fist right into my face after that one. Oh boy, I just got ripped the fucking sunder. And now we have auto life, so death is no longer an issue. At least for now. Unfortunately, Lance now has no mana, so I'm gonna have to tag Anna in. Which sucks. You know what? Actually, bust this out. This is a chance to instantly killing. And these dudes are really weak to instant death, so that's why I was doing this whole time. As scary as that bad boy is, he's just as weak to instant death as any other cat. And there it is. The dark armor and a lot of fucking coffee. You can clip it if you want to go back. I don't know why you'd want to clip that, but all right. If you really feel so inclined. And there it is. The final armor, which, if you look at those stats, they're like a baby version of the bone armor without the downside. Look at those. 30, 50, 10, 10, 10 for 20, 20, 40, 40, 40, 40, 10, 10. I still think bone armor's better. Do you see why the bone set is fucking amazing? Holy shit. It's armor that gives him 80% of every defense and every offense, 30% HP and MP, and 20% or 10% accuracy and evasion. God tier. Fuck the curse. Anyway, that's it for Epic Battle Fantasy as a whole. And we can end it off by making Matt just a little bit more accurate. And there's, you know what, before I forget, there's these two items. Chili sauce instantly fills an ally's limit bar. Very rare. There's only 5 of them I've found in the whole game. And orange juice buffs an ally's max HP. Very rare. I've never actually popped these before, so I just want to see them. It's a final send-off. I just want to see them. Welcome to Endless Mode. It's not what we're here for, though. So, you know, I can at least briefly go over Endless Mode. So what Endless Mode is holy shit. That just gave her like 14,000 HP. Okay, wow. If you really want a buff, holy shit. But, so what Endless Mode is it randomly picks and chooses a bunch of enemies and slaps them together into one wave. Beat that wave, and then you carry on. Every 5 waves, you have a beefier set of enemies, and then every subsequent wave after that, all of the enemies level up. So typically, so like right now, they're at like 32, so they're scaled to our level. After 5 waves, you get like some turtles, maybe a dragon, some monoliths, like a real tough fight. And then after that, every subsequent enemy would be like 5 or something levels higher. It'd be real crazy. All right. So that's what those do. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed all of Final Battle I hope you all have enjoyed all of Epic Battle Fantasy. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I hope you're just as excited as me for Epic Battle Fantasy 5. Anyway,